Okay, are you ready for lesson 3? Okay, we're going to be doing Guess Who? Can you guess who it is? I'm going to make the sound of the letter lander, and I want you to tell me who it is and what sound they make. I'm going to say the sound, you repeat it, and then I'll say, who makes the sound? And you say, who makes the sound? Okay? Are you ready? Of course, I'll show you if you're right or not. Okay? The first one is t. Who makes that sound? Talking Tess. You're right. Now remember, you have to say the sound too. I make the sound, you make the sound. I say who makes the sound, and you tell me. And then I show you, see if you're right. Who makes the sound? P. Repeat it. Who is it? Peter Puppy. You're right. Who makes the sound? D. Dippy Duck. Who makes the sound? F. Firefighter Fred. Who makes the sound? G. Golden Girl. Who makes the sound? K. Now there's 2 this week. Clever Cat. If you said another one, that's okay. I was giving the short ones this time, okay? Here's the next one. Who says B? Benjamin Bunny. Who says S? Sammy Snake. Who says Ah? Oscar Orange. Who says L? Lucy Lamplight. Who says H? Harry Hatman. Who says V? Vicky Violet. Who says Eh? Eddie Elephant. Who says E? Mr. E. Who says O? Mr. O. Who says Shh? That's right. Sammy Snake and Harry Hatman. Now, this one you may already know. We already did it. Who says K? We already did this. It's the longer version. That's right. Clever Cat and Kicking King. There were 2 of them this week, right? Both of them say K. Okay, good job. Okay, we're going to do our word sort for this week. Let's look at our headers. Okay, we have Eddie Elephant. That's the short E. Sound. Anything that ends with a, or has the in it, doesn't end in it, but has the in it. Now we're looking for the short O sound, or if it has in it. And the E, if it has Mr. E in it. And Mr. O. And let's pay attention to where we see these vowels, okay? The first word is help. When we see the word help, help, we see that goes with Mr. Eddie Elephant. Excuse me, not Mr., just Eddie Elephant. Okay, because he is being helped with consonants right here. That is a short vowel sound, okay? The next one is shop. I have to show it to you. Shop would go with Oscar Orange. That's your list for this, your short O sound. And he's got a protective consonant, making him feel snug and safe in his closed syllable. She. Now that says E at the end, so that's a long E sound. We're going to put her right here with Mr. E, because he has a long E sound. And so does he. He and she both have that long E sound at the end. What about the word so? We say O at the end, and he's saying his name, isn't he? So that goes in the long O. Nest. Eddie Elephant, we hear you. What about sock? We hear Oscar Orange. What about a plot? Plot. You may not know what that is. That's what the story is all about. The plot of a story is what the story has in it. Okay? Oscar Orange. It could also be a piece of land. If you have a plot of land, it's a big piece of land. Clock. I'm going to put him down here, even though you may not be able to see it in my video. Oh, you can. Good. I was worried about that. The next word is shelf. Shelf. Elf. Look, it has the word elf in it. I like that word. And it has Eddie Elephant. Elf. Shelf. Belt. Belt. Again, just like shelf, it has Eddie Elephant in it. And then neck. Okay, it goes in Eddie Elephant too. Look how many Eddie Elephant has in his category. I better scoot this back a little bit so you can see it all. Look at all that. Okay? Now, we're going to look at your tricky words that do not follow the patterns. I'm going to move that over a bit so you can see it all. The tricky words are when. Now, it doesn't say n. We don't say it like Eddie Elephant, do we? We say when, like in, don't we? That's why this is a tricky word. It's not spelled like an Eddie Elephant, like it's a closed syllable, is it? Like a short vowel. It just isn't. So that's why it's tricky. It sounds different than what it's spelled like. And where, we don't say Eddie Elephant, We just don't say it that way. It's where. It doesn't follow the pattern with the ER. Okay, so that's why it's another tricky word. I'll have to move that down a little bit again so you can see it. This little camera is giving me tricky problems. Okay, and this word is what? Look at all these questions. These are like our who, what, when, where, why, and how questions I asked you last week in reading. Aren't they? Remember Officer Buckle and Gloria? And you're having the same kind of questions this week with your book. Yeah, all of them are very similar. Very good. So, what also doesn't follow the pattern. Annie Apple doesn't say at. Annie Apple. It says what, doesn't it? So this is our list this week, and this is our sort. Okay, we're really having a lot of E's this week. Short E's, so you really need to pay attention to those. A lot of short O sounds. Not as many short E's and long E's and long O's. And we really do have quite a few tricky words. And these are the beginning of questions. What, when, and where. So let's work on making sure you can spell those. Okay? Hello. I'm old Mr. O. Hello. And I so like to shout my name into open spaces. Oh!
Me? I'm Mr. E. And I like to shout my name into open spaces. E! I am Oscar Orange. And I like to say, ah. I like to have friendly consonants close by to keep me safe. I'm Eddie Elephant, and I say eh. I like to have friendly consonants close by to keep me feeling safe. Closed in and safe. I like it.
Okay, children, I'm going to read you a Letterland story. It's called Making Up a Mystery. And whenever a character reads, I'm going to hold up their sign, hold up their card. It's a miniature card. Look how cute they are. Okay? So here we go.
Hi, I'm Impy Ink.
One day, some of my Letterland friends came over to help me make up a story. I was the one writing it down with my ink. Right. I love stories. They are so much fun. So what kind of story are we going to write? Maybe we could make up a mystery? Could there be a bunny in it? Could there be a bunny in it? Yes, Bouncing Barbara, you could be a character. You need characters to make a story. I could be a character too. So, a mystery story is a super idea. And we have some characters. We need a setting. I know what a setting is. It's where and when the story happens. Yes, and let's make the setting a police station. And I could pretend to be a police officer. Now, all we need is a plot. A what? A plot! A plot is what happens in the story. The characters have a problem and they have to do something about it. And there is a solution. They solve the problem. That's a solution. So everyone helped. And here is the story that I wrote down with my ink. I'm going to be the narrator. Okay. What's missing? A mystery play. One morning, Officer Peter Puppy was at the police station when Bouncing Barbara came bouncing in. Boing, 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 boing. Policeman Peter Puppy, my best belt is missing. You must help me find it. Someone has taken it. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Hoo-hoo. Please don't cry. Bouncing Barbara, I know that our best detective can. But before anyone could get the words out, along came Sammy Snake, sliding in the door. Oh, I'm so upset. Someone stole my sled and my sock hat. Sob, sob. Please don't sob, Sammy Snake. I will call Detective But before he could get any words out, Clever Cat came in the door. Look at that, and here's Clever Cat. Peter Puppy, I came to tell you that my cuckoo clock is missing. Someone has taken it. It's terrible. All of you, please don't fret. I will call our best detective But before he could get the words out, Dippy Duck came in the door. Detective Dippy Duck, I was just going to call you. How did you know we needed you? Peter's saying that. A good detective can smell trouble